Mike Chandler and friends, and man, I've got some great friends who doing big stuff. And my friend today is Todd Dulaney. I mean, just back-to-back hits, great projects. Hey man, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing wonderful, man. It's good to see your face, bro.
Good seeing you too, man. Good seeing you too. I see you got your baseball uniform on today.
Just in case they need me, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
Hey, now, just a bit, Todd Dulaney. Folk know you as this great talent, writer, performer, producer, but tell them about your sports background.
Yeah, man. Before all of this, I was a professional baseball player with the New York Mets organization, and that was my world, you know. So baseball, being on the diamond, being in front of the people, that was my world. I threw hard, ran fast, I could hit the ball a little bit, and so I never imagined I'd be here, but that was my prior life, and it was a good one, man. I really learned about being a lot about being professional and competing against other great athletes. You know, it develops something different on the inside of you, man.
Yeah, and what do you mean by that? The competitiveness or what?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you gotta, you know, it's something that most people don't get a chance to develop. Like you learn how to go against another man for a job. And you compete with all your heart. Like these guys are trying to feed their families, and so are you.
Every time you want to win that thing.
Absolutely.
And how did you make that transition into inspirational gospel music? How did you make that transition?
So I met Pastor Smokey Norfolk, and it was right around the time when "I Need You Now" was being like the song being sang everywhere, and I fell in love with his ministry and what was happening then. And so I made my decision. I said, man, I want to try to do that. But then, like you say, I brought that competitive edge over into music business, you know. So even though it wasn't sports, to me, it was still like I can use my competitive edge to try to work my way up the charts and things of that nature. And then I used that same competitive edge to win souls for Christ, and it really worked out well for me.
And you're right, man. You've touched millions of folk.
Wow.
Did you imagine at the beginning of your career, Todd? I mean, millions. We talking about when you get to that 7th and 8th figure out there. Yeah,
man. No, I don't think I saw it being this big, because I know that where I'm at right now is not common. You know what I'm saying? Like it's only a handful of people in the world, like a small percentage of people in the world that make it to where I am right now. And so I don't think I could have saw it being this big, where we go to Africa, we go to London, we go to Paris, we go to everywhere. But it's just crazy, man. My life ain't the same no more, bro. Like, I mean, that's the truth.
And I spoke to you a while back, and you spoke extremely fondly of Africa. Tell us about your experiencing there on the continent.
Man, you know, I think everybody, especially people of color, should go there. Like if you ever have a chance to go to the motherland, you need to go. It just because the beauty that's there is it will give you insight about yourself that you didn't even know you needed. Just to see people that look like you all over the place, you know, just loving each other. It was a whole thing. I wept most of the time being there. I cried, man, just seeing those people, man. They're so beautiful. The different shades of brown, man. That thing is a thing in itself. Mike, I lost your audio.
Oh, sorry about that. I was doing. Yeah, my wife, she's been to Africa too, and her description and her feelings were similar to yours, man. And I've had friends say, you know, it's almost like a direct connection to
to
Earth
home
itself.
Yeah, man, you feel like you're at home. You're like, wow, like this is a place where I look around and I see colors like me, and I'm not a minority. Mm-hmm. Anymore. Like you know what I mean? Like this is normal. My color is beautiful and it's normal. That thing felt good.
Wow. And you know, and what's crazy, man, when I grew up, the messaging that I got about Africa is like, Man, it ain't nothing over there, but you know,
Right.
and Tarzan, he be whooping their butt anyway, man.
Right.
So you do not want to go to Africa.
Right. That was a lie, man. They got so much and so many resources over there. That's why everybody trying to get over there. Them diamonds and that oil and all of that stuff is over there, man. It's a beautiful land.
Yeah. And you know what? I got the cell phone right here. And just about every one of us got one of these cell phones. You could not have a cell phone if it was not for Africa. The mineral, one of the minerals, the main mineral for building cell phones is located only in one place. It's on the southern interior of Africa. I think it might have been it might have been in the Congo. I'll go back on, but that's the only place.
Wow, man.
The only place.
Yeah, and go figure, man. I mean, like, seriously, man, when you talk about, Mike, when you just talk about us as a people, man, like, I think people have known the beauty and power of us as a people. We just took forever to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, man, we're beautiful. We are unique, man. I love looking at the different colors of skin of Black and African people, man.
Yeah. And you know, I've talked to some of my African brothers, and they be adamant about it. We love the mother country, you know, and they be dead serious. But part of, I think, Todd, the reason why some of us don't have that connection that you said you felt when you went back to Africa, I cannot go back past my great grandmother.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That my history is almost like pop. It just appeared.
Yep.
And so that part of us was stripped off, man. And it's amazing that you were able to connect with that.
Yeah, man. Look, they told me when I was over, and that's one of the things they asked me. They say, "What tribe are you from?" And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
that's a real void. It's like, I don't know. They like, oh, we know exactly where we come. I'm like, I don't really know.
Yeah,
I don't even know how I got the name Dulaney. That's an Irish name. You know what I mean? So,
but you know, we're in a great time in this country, Todd. We're beginning to peel that thing back, and I think it's going to be better. Now, you did a project over in Africa. Tell us about that experience.
I did. I recorded in Cape Town, South Africa, man, and it was an experience like none other. I remember the people made me feel so good that after the concert, I stayed and I signed every CD. I signed CDs that night for probably about 1,500 people. And I mean, the place was packed to capacity. It was a 3,500 seat venue. They filled the place, and I think about 1,500 people stayed and wanted autographs and CDs. And I remember staying to the end just because they had loved on me so hard that I said, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving until everybody is done, you know? And so I stayed. I got in that car afterwards, felt like I could have passed out.
I've got to get that feeling, man. I absolutely got to do it. I'm with Todd Dulaney. New song, Revelation 4. Tell us about Revelation 4, man.
Mike, we've been singing the book, bro. We have been all in the book. Like what I've been trying to do is get I avoid putting my own feeling and emotion in gospel now and just give people the book. Like, now, if you got a problem with the book, you take that up with the Father. It ain't me. He said it.
Well, I love it, man. And did you write the song?
Yeah, I wrote the song, went into the book, pulled the melodies together, pulled the scriptures together, and then we built a masterpiece from it, my team and I.
Now that whole project just dropped, right?
Yep, the whole project, Anthems in Glory, June 11th comes out, and just man, I'm pumped about it. We got Kiara Sheard on it, Tamala Man, Smokey Norfolk, Todd Galbraith. We got a little bit of everybody on the project.
Oh, you just have those small stars like Smokey.
Yeah. Those small heavy hitters, man.
How did you get them together, man?
And man, look, these people have become friends of mine. That's one thing that changed as you experience a little bit of success. You actually become good friends with some of the people that you really look up to. And that, like, I couldn't imagine. I had Tamala Man and David Man at the concert, and Kiara just jumped on with me, and Smokey just like, hey man, I got you. And these people just were like, we're doing it because we love you. And so, yeah.
I love it, man. I love it. Now, nowadays we got all these different ways to distribute music.
Yeah.
Where is that project going to be available? Where can our listeners get the new project?
Oh man, you can go and get it wherever you download digital music. So you got it on iTunes, Amazon, Tidal. It's a little bit everywhere. So all of those little online spots now where digital, you like to, buy your music, it's available there.
Yeah, I feel it, man.
Yeah.
Well, man, I tell you, I look forward to the stuff. I've loved the stuff you've done in the past. I cannot wait to see what you're gonna do in the future, bro.
Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you, Mike.
Appreciate you. It's Mike Chandler and Friends, the morning show you can listen to anytime, anywhere.
America's music.
America's soul food.
Time to rejoice.
Time
Rejoice.
to
Let's get
rejoice.
happy.
Come on, let's get happy.
America's musical soul food. Time to rejoice. Oh, come on, rejoice.